Land Rover Series 3. The Series 3 had the same body and engine options as the preceding IA, including station wagons and the 1-ton versions. Little changed cosmetically from the II to the Series 3. The Series 3 is the most common series vehicle, with 440,000 of the type built from 1971 to 1985. The headlights were moved to the wings on late production II models from 1968-9 onward, ostensibly to comply with Australian, American and Dutch lighting regulations, and remained in this position for the Series 3. The traditional metal grille, featured on the Series 1, 2 and IA, was replaced with a plastic one for the Series 3 model. The 2.25-liter engine had its compression raised from 7 to 1 to 8 to 1, increasing the power slightly. The high compression engine had been an optional fit on the II model for several years. During the Series 3 production run from 1971 until 1985, the 1 millionth Land Rover rolled off the production line in 1976. Fully boxed welded steel frames distinguished Land Rovers from the beginning. For many years, a SWB Land Rover was the shortest 7-seat vehicle available in Europe. The Series 3 saw many changes in the later part of its life as Land Rover updated the design to meet increased competition. This was the first model to feature synchro mesh on all 4 gears, although some late H-C models, mainly the more expensive station wagons, had used the all-synchro box. In keeping with early 1970s trends in automotive interior design, both in safety and use of more advanced materials, the simple metal dashboard of earlier models was redesigned to accept a new molded plastic dash. The instrument cluster, which was previously centrally located, was moved to the driver's side. Long wheelbase Series 3 vehicles had the Salisbury rear axle. The differential housing and axle case are one piece, as standard, although some late CE 109-inch, 2,800mm, vehicles had them too. In 1980, the 2.25-liter petrol and diesel engines received 5 main bearing crankshafts to increase rigidity in the transmission, and axles and wheel hubs were strengthened. This was the culmination of a series of updates to the transmission that had been made since the 1960s to combat the all-too-common problem of the rear axle half-shafts breaking in heavy usage. This problem was partly due to the design of the shafts themselves. Due to the fully floating design of the rear wheel hubs, the half-shafts can be removed very quickly without even having to jack the vehicle off the ground. The tendency for commercial operators to overload their vehicles exacerbated this flaw, which blighted the series Land Rovers in many of their export markets and established the reputation that continues in many markets to the present day. This is despite the 1982 redesign, mainly the increase of driving splines from 10 to 24 to reduce stress, that all but solved the problem. Also, new trim options were introduced to make the interior more comfortable if the buyer so wished. Many farmers and commercial users preferred the original, non-trimmed interior. These changes culminated in April 1982 with the introduction of the county spec station wagon Land Rovers, available in both 88-inch, 2,200mm, and 109-inch, 2,800mm, types. These had all new cloth seats from the Leyland T45 lorry, soundproofing kits, tinted glass and other soft options designed to appeal to the leisure user. Of more interest was the introduction of the high-capacity pickup to the 109-inch, 2,800mm, chassis. This was a pickup truckload bay that offered 25% more cubic capacity than the standard pickup style. The HCPU came with heavy-duty suspension and was popular with public utility companies and building contractors.